Good morning, everyone, and welcome into another episode of the After Party's Me, the Jury segment. I'm Tam. I'm your host, not your lawyer, but your nosy best friend. And this is where you come to get all your courtroom tea served piping hot. We are going to continue today with more of those Karen Reed trial one sidebars. We have been really enjoying picking apart these sidebars and making fun of what we cannot change, trying to get a better understanding of what Auntie Bev was doing in those trials and the challenges that were faced by both the Commonwealth and the defense. So we are just going to continue doing that. We have so much to cover, so it's going to take us quite a while to unpack all of this. So stick with me as we go over all of this together. Happy Valentine's Day. If you're able to join me this morning, are you single like me? Or you got plans later on? But at any rate, welcome in. Thank you so much. We're going to get right to it because we have quite a lengthy video today, and I want to be able to uncover all of it with you. And I have a date later. It's with my kids, but I still have a date. So I got to get to it. So let's get right to it. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And away we go.
Hear ye, hear ye. All persons having anything to do before the Honorable Beverly Canoni, Justice of the Superior Court, holding in Dedham within and for the County of Norfolk. Draw near, give your attendance, and you shall be heard. God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. This court is in session. Please be seated.
Your next witness, Mr. Haley?
Yes, Your Honor. The Commonwealth call Mr. Michael Camerano to the stand. Your Honor, if I may, while the witness is coming in, may we approach this procedural thing?
With this witness, what I intend to do, and I just wanted to check with the court as to how you wanted me to do this.
Okay.
So, a couple of different exhibits that I intend to introduce through him. The first would be essentially the text or chat long history of John O'Keefe, of which he's a participant in at least one of those conversations.
Okay.
So I would be looking to introduce that as an exhibit as well as the copy's video. And there is an additional ring video, which is entirely my fault, but it didn't make it onto what's been marked as an exhibit. Essentially, it's number 148 from our count. It's when he leaves. Mr. Camerano moves his vehicle in the top right of the driveway, and Mr. O'Keefe then moves his vehicle over to the top left of the driveway. But it's not on what's marked as Exhibit 5. I have a separate disc with the video on it. I just need to mark it as an exhibit as well. So my question is, do you want me to, I know you want to see videos and things of that nature. Do you want me to just mark it as an exhibit as I go? Or do you want me to approach each time?
You've seen the exhibit? Who is doing this?
I am.
Okay. So there is no question that it's coming into evidence?
No.
So you can play it. How long is it?
So I'm only playing just a few different portions. I might play different portions of different witnesses. But for Mr. Camerano's purposes, it's really just a couple minute clip here, a couple minute clip there.
All right.
Do whatever they want.
Intend to use it as well?
I do.
Okay.
One additional question, Your Honor, just for guidance. I noticed during Mr. Lally's direct of this past witness, he displayed multiple videos onto the screen without first asking permission of the court. The court had...
He asked for permission yesterday to do that.
Okay, yes. But my understanding was that we had to ask permission every time we wanted to put something on. Mr. Jackson yesterday was looking to display exhibits which were already in evidence, and the court berated us for that.
Yes. Well, because you just went back and said, put on the this, put on the screen that.
In fact, that's what Mr. Lally just did. And I'm not quibbling, Your Honor. I'm just asking, what are the rules? That's all.
Well, he at least stops it with, Miss Gilman, could you play? But I thought you asked. Let me know in advance if you intend to use them.
I'm going to ask permission every single time.
Okay. Then you'll ask permission every time, too.
I'm not even asking that he do it.
No.
But you...
So yesterday it was just sort of out of the blue, put up number 24, put up number 26, like that.
Your Honor, I did yesterday exactly what Mr. Lally did today, and I think it's compliant. However, given the court's upgrading of me yesterday, I am going to ask permission every single time.
And you'll have to do it.
I understand.
All right.
Got your step over there.
But trust me, it's not. It's just
When
it's just the first 30 minutes plus
following
additional
to the
time.
next day, about what time is it that you wake up on the 29th?
5:30, 6 a.m.
And what was it that woke you up, if you know?
Phones ringing.
And how many phones do you have?
2.
And essentially one personal, one work, is that correct?
Correct.
Were both phones ringing or one of the other?
One phone at that time.
Was that your work or your personal?
My personal phone.
And get up, you hear that, you look at your phone, what, if anything, do you see on the screen?
I see a lot of missed calls, a bunch of missed calls from Karen, and missed calls from my wife's work.
And when you say missed calls, are we talking about one call, several calls?
Several calls.
Any voicemails that you recall associated with those calls?
I don't recall.
And so based on sort of making that observation of the missed calls, what do you do with that?
I pick up the phone and call my wife.
And what, if anything, did you learn from your wife at that time?
My wife said to me that John.
Okay, sustained.
Can I make a reproach?
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'm not seeking this for the truth of the matter asserted, but essentially the impact on Mr. Camerano. So he gets a call from his wife, which would have been the case that she got a call from the defendant, didn't know where John was. So based on that,
So basically, this objection is hearsay, and that's the reason why he said he is not getting this information for the truth of the matter asserted. He's basically saying that he needs him to testify to what was said to him in order for it to make sense or to go with the rest of the context. So that's what that means. This is a hearsay objection. I don't know why we can't just say hearsay in the court.
was then directed by his wife to go to Meadows Ave and pick up John's niece. His wife, who is the very next witness, will testify to that as well. So I don't know what the harm is as far as him summarizing in general why he went to one Meadows Ave particularly.
Based on that, I don't have any objection.
Okay.
So that's why Alan Jackson withdrew his objection, because he is only asking him about what was said to him so that they could find out why he went to One Meadows Avenue, which was John's home.
So, Mr. Camerano, you call your wife, and what, if anything, is it in general that she tells you?
She tells me that John didn't come home last night.
And she's still at work at this point, is that correct?
Correct.
Did she indicate to you how she came to find out?
She just she said she's received phone calls from
whom?
Karen.
From Karen. And then based on that, you have a conversation with your wife about John's niece and nephew, is that right?
Yes, my wife says to me, go get go get Kaylee. Kaylee is home.
So at that time, your wife tells you that Kaylee is home in Meadows Ave by herself.
Yes.
And so based on that information, what is it that you do next?
I realize that Kaylee's home alone, so I throw some clothes on, go out to the car, clean the car off real quick, and get in the car and go.
Now, Ms. Camerano, you had
This is this
mentioned in
wife.
your testimony that you had some phone calls or conversations with Ms. Reed on the morning of January 29th, correct?
Correct.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
Baby, she looks stressed out. My God.
Showing you the document again. I ask that you look at that when the document finished.
Yeah.
And that document, do those seem to reflect the calls that you had between yourself and the defendant, Ms. Reed, on that morning of the 29th?
Yeah.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sure. Could I please see that?
I just want to know what this is before I hear your objection. What is this?
Sure. So this is a portion of the extraction report of the defendant's phone, and these essentially are the phone calls. So what I did is sort of parse out on the extraction report just the phone calls between the defendant and Mrs. Camerano from the 29th.
I have no objection to the fact of the phone calls. I just think she's the wrong witness. She's never seen a Celebrite extraction before. I just don't think that this can be used unless it refreshes her recollection that she independently relied on.
Has she seen this before?
Yes.
So my guess is now she will recognize that.
I think you may be right. Okay.
I think you may be right.
Okay, so we'll try that.
Withdrawn.
And so, Ms. Camerano, from that document, does that seem to be the phone calls and the timing of the phone calls between yourself and Ms. Reed that morning?
Okay. Yes.
May I approach again, Your Honor?
Yes.
I'd like to introduce in a minute the next exhibit.
Any objection, Mr. Jackson?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Why do the biggest names in dropshipping keep talking about the same platform?
How to integrate a tool called...
I don't arrange for the pickups, and it's usually my wife does that, so I can't tell you exactly what it was for.
No, I understand. I'm just getting the fact that you were present when these pickups occurred.
Yes.
And that would be because Karen was sort of shuttling, either Kaylee or Patrick to events, correct?
Correct.
I think we still
and when there was an intersection specifically with regard to Patrick and your son, she would take both of them, correct?
Yes.
And from your observations of Karen Reed during that 1 or 2 years that you would come into contact with her, the contact you had was mainly surrounding what happened with the kids, correct?
Yeah, I would say mainly.
And she appeared to be responsive, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
The objection sustained. Ask it differently, Mr. Yannetti.
Sure. She appeared to be caring toward the kids, did she not?
Objection.
Overruled.
May we approach?
Okay. Doors, feel free to stand up and stretch.
So, Your Honor, with this witness and with another witness, I'm certainly permissive when it comes to certain background general things. But there is a specific motion in limine as to character evidence. And I think what we are getting here is a little bit closer to that, particularly as it becomes repetitive with every single witness said.
He doesn't seem to have had much contact with her, and you're sort of towards the end of what you've got with this, right?
Oh, yeah. I don't have much left at all. Like 1 or 2 questions in this area, and that's it.
To sort of offset any objection?
Yeah. I mean, I was going to end with the fact that, she acted in a caring way in terms of these pickups. And it was sort of motherly duties that a mother would typically do, and that's it.
Okay. It may open the door to character evidence. Okay? We'll see. If you think it does, you have to come to sidebar.
And the other, just as far as character goes, there was this motion in limine as far as a prohibition on good character.
I am not offering this as character evidence. I am offering it as evidence of the relationship that Karen had with John and her family. The allegation has been that things were blowing up and, these types of acts do, defend her against that.
I think you've already got that. If that's your purpose, I think it's already been introduced.
Could the court instruct the witness to answer that one question, whether she was caring towards the kids? If the answer is yes, I end.
Whether she appeared to be, not whether she was, but she appeared to be.
Yes, that's fine. Yes.
I'm going to let that in, and that's the end of the inquiry.
That's fine. Thank you.
Just one question for you, just to sort of alter the last question that I asked you. From your read on this, it appeared to you as though Karen was caring for the kids and caring about them, correct?
Correct.
Nothing.
Okay. Any follow-up, Mr. Lally?
Briefly, just one question, sir. As far as your observations of Ms. Reed in regard to Mr. O'Keefe and in regard to the children, that was what you observed, correct?
That's right.
And so as far as what, if anything, went on behind closed doors or in their relationship, you weren't really privy to that?
I was not.
Okay. Nothing further.
All right, Mr. Roberts, you are all set, sir.
This is important because
The
they
next
have
witness, Mr.
been
Lally?
maintaining that
Good afternoon, Mr. Cortez.
Good afternoon.
that Karen and John were on the verge of a breakup and that they were fighting all the time, and she was really angry with him, and that is the reason why she ran him over with her truck. So they are trying to show, the defense is trying to show that that wasn't exactly true. Okay.
Keith, you and I have never actually met.
We have not.
We've never had a conversation.
Have not.
We've certainly never had an interview about this case.
Have not.
So this is our first time visiting about this situation.
Yes.
When did you say you first met Ms. Reed?
I believe it was towards the end of the summer of 2020.
Okay. And that was over an event at Pete's house?
I don't know if it was John's niece's birthday party or so, but I was dropping my daughter off at John's house.
Okay. That sort of dovetails into my next question. You and your wife and y'all's kids did have some sort of relationship with Mr. O'Keefe, Ms. Reed, and Mr. O'Keefe's niece and nephew.
Yes.
In other words, the kids got along well.
Yes, absolutely. And they still friends.
As the adults, you wanted to make sure that you could facilitate play dates, get-togethers, things of that nature for the children.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, do you remember a situation in which Ms. Reed had arranged a relatively elaborate 13th birthday party for Mr. O'Keefe's niece, a scavenger hunt of some sorts?
Objection.
I'm going to see counsel at sidebar for this, please.
And so, 13th birthday. It would be right around the same timing, right?
Correct.
What is the objection?
I don't know that she was 14 at the time. So that would have been probably at least a year before.
Okay. What's the nature of the objection?
I just don't know how any of this is relevant or how it isn't sort of backdoor character evidence as it relates to the defendant.
Where are you going with that?
Just along that question, how it's a deeper understanding of the nature of the relationship and how Mr. Kolakithis knows Miss Reed and knows Mr. O'Keefe and how they connected. He indicated on direct examination, as couples, we didn't do all that much together. I want to make sure that the jurors understand that he did have a connection with Mr. O'Keefe and Miss Reed as a couple. He visited the kids, and this was sort of a bigger event in their lives. This is the only question I'll be asking about it.
Okay, so I'll let you have this question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
With regard to the last question I asked, you recall an event in which Miss Reed had organized a relatively elaborate 13th birthday party for Mr. O'Keefe's niece, correct?
Yes.
And one of your children was actually invited to that.
Yes.
Did you actually go and accompany your child at the 13th birthday party?
I did not.
Did your wife?
I don't know. She generally keeps a social calendar for the kids, but I don't know if she did.
So it could have been a situation, Mr. Kolakithis, in which you just dropped the child off and
Yes, correct.
went to the birthday party.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough. But you had no problems or no qualms with Miss Reed, Mr. O'Keefe being caretakers over your children?
Absolutely not.
Valentine's Day is here and you still don't have a gift. Give your loved ones something.
I want to draw your attention to the late night hours of January 28th going into the early morning hours of January 29th, if I could. Specifically at the waterfall. Did you get to the waterfall before Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed got there?
Yes, I did.
How long before?
So I got there around 9 and they got there shortly before 11. So 2 hours.
While at the waterfall, did you have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Reed or Mr. O'Keefe just in normal conversation?
Yes, I did.
You engaged both of them, as a matter of fact, didn't you?
Yes.
Was there a time in which Ms. Reed was actually singing John's praises that night?
Yes, I did.
What a great dad he was.
Yep.
Objection, move to strike.
I'm going to strike that. Next question.
At any point, did you have an opportunity to hear Mr. O'Keefe talk about Ms. Reed and the nature of their relationship or any events surrounding their relationship?
Objection.
I'm going to allow that.
I had heard that they were planning vacations in the future.
Were you aware of the time frame of those vacations in the future? Next week, next month, next year?
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
Jurors, feel free to stand up and stretch.
Your Honor, I'd move to strike any of this testimony as I don't believe this witness is testifying from him overhearing. So when he was asked, what have you heard of Mr. O'Keefe? His answer is essentially non-responsive in the sense that he was stating, I had heard that there's no indication as to he had heard it from Mr. O'Keefe or who he had heard it from, or even, I don't know if we are talking about the same evening or if this is something that he had heard subsequent. I'm not aware of any conversation that night about vacations with anybody and this witness.
What do you say?
I was asking the question of what Mr. O'Keefe had told him that evening, and that's what I was focused on. That was his answer. I certainly can follow up with one question. Was that directly from Mr. O'Keefe on this night or otherwise?
This is just pure hearsay. The initial one was the nature of the relationship. So let's move on. It's excluded.
How was this hearsay when he was having the conversation?
Yeah, Your Honor. Thank you. There was nothing eventful at the bar, while you were at the bar with Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed, it comes to mind in terms of any kind of tension or fight that night.
Tension or fight? Absolutely not.
No argument that was audible to you?
Absolutely not.
You didn't see the body language between the two of them that would suggest an argument or a fight or tension?
In fact, I noticed the opposite.
Describe that.
They were affectionate toward each other, loving toward each other, and to the point where my wife even made a comment, why are you not like that with me?
You had something to live up to.
Yes. That's why I needed the brownie points earlier.
I want to shift gears for a second and pinpoint another time at the bar. Was there a time at the bar where you noticed any individuals with their fists up and engaged in some sort of conduct that looks a little like this?
No, I didn't.
Anytime you are relaying back something that someone told you could be deemed hearsay.
You don't recall that?
No,
Sparring with one another?
not that I saw.
Wrestling?
Not that I saw.
Okay. I'd like, if I could, Mr. Kolakithis, with the court's permission, refer to Exhibit 53.
Okay.
There are several, Your Honor, so the court,
So if you're going to talk about it, talk at sidebar. Okay, so
this is the clip ending in 5959, because there's several clips in 53. You can have that up. With the court's permission, I'd like to display this to the jury at runtime 8:30, 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
all right, so what exhibit is this?
This is 53, and it's clip ending in 5959. May I play this for the jury?
Yes.
Thank you. I'm going to play about 10 seconds, Mr. Kolakithis, and then stop it and ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Okay, if we could pause. I just wanted to play a couple of seconds to see if you recognize any of what's displayed in this video.
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
How do I I was there that night.
I guess my question is, do you recognize this as being a surveillance video from the 28th going into the morning of the 29th?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If I could draw your attention to the individuals at the top, can you name the folks that we're seeing and describe what they're wearing for the jurors so we have an understanding of who we're looking at?
Okay. That's me in the white and black. That's Matt to my right. A little hard of seeing, but I think that's John right there. And I thought I saw Karen earlier right in this area while you were displaying the video.
And what about the two gentlemen with their backs to us?
I know I met them that evening, but I can't tell from behind like this.
Understood. With the court's permission, could we just go ahead and play this through? I'd like to run it through to about the runtime of 11:08, but I'll ask that the video be paused momentarily.
11:08, so just one more second.
Runtime 11:08, so probably about 4 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes, 4 minutes. May I?
Yes.
Thank you. Having seen this run forward just a little bit, do you see an individual here with long hair?
So you're squinting. Are you having difficulty?
Yes, I am having difficulty. Could you blow it up a bit, or
I don't think so. Our technology is good, but I'm getting a shake of the head.
My eyes are not good. I can tell you that.
Join the club. Let's just go ahead and play it forward with the court's permission.
All right, but if you can't see it, I don't want you to guess.
So this, are you talking right here?
Yes.
That looks like Karen.
Okay. May we play it forward, Your Honor?
Yes.
Pause it.
People come to us and their teeth are so bad that they all need to be extracted. They all need to be taken out. And
I ask you to draw your attention to the two gentlemen in the foreground, right there. Can you describe what they're doing?
It looks like they're in a stance that you described earlier with fists up.
Objection, Your Honor. May we approach?
Okay, so I'm sustaining that objection, but come on up.
What did you want to approach for?
Your Honor, essentially what counsel has asked, whether or not he saw this or observed this that night, he answered that he did not. So then showing the video, something that he doesn't recall seeing or recognizing, and essentially having to narrate what he observes on the screen is inappropriate. It's not.
He can barely see. He's squinting at it. He doesn't know who they are. The video speaks for itself. I'm not letting this witness narrate this.
I'm not asking to narrate it. I'm asking to look at, see if I haven't gotten to the point where, and I'm trying to establish the foundation, authenticate for this.
You're asking him what he's seeing. I'm not letting that.
Correct. The next question is, are you in this video and are you staring directly at those two men? I have a good faith belief that he is going to say, yes, I recognize it. I had forgotten that they did this. He literally engages.
Okay, hold on. You can ask him that question. I don't want him narrating that they are in that stance.
Okay. How do you want him to describe?
You can ask him if that's him and if he was looking at somebody. The second part of your question is fine.
Okay.
The law is that he has to be able to assist the jury better than any position that they are in. He said he doesn't see them. This is clear. People can see what these two men are doing. People except for this witness.
Okay.
Everybody else can see it, but he can't. Come on, please, lady. That don't even make sense.
May I, Your Honor?
Yes.
Another question, and if you're having trouble seeing, just let me know. Do you see the person in the far right?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
Me.
And what do you seem to be, or what do you appear to be looking at, if anything?
I appear to be looking in that direction.
Okay. Can we go ahead and play this forward?
So this is Brian Higgins and Brian Albert, okay? Brian Higgins has the patch on his back.
Do you recall engaging
Brian
the two men?
Higgins is important to this scenario because he had been flirting with Karen. They had exchanged numbers. They was engaged in some text convo flirting situation, and they even had like a little kiss some weeks before this incident. And so they are trying to show this engagement between these two guys because they're saying they was already amped up and getting going, adrenaline going and pretending to be fighting and wrestling even before they left the bar. So they are trying to show that perhaps these are the people you should be looking for in this crime.
Engaging with the two men in any sort of conversation, the two men with their backs facing to us.
I mean, I can see it. I honestly do not recall it, but yeah.
Do you recall ever being introduced to those two gentlemen?
Yes.
Who are they?
Brian Albert, Brian Higgins.
And which one is which? Left and right?
Left is Albert, right is Higgins.
Can we go ahead and play this? I've already got that in. 1636. I'm fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Lally, any follow-up?
Just briefly, Your Honor. Mr. Kolakithis. As far as your observations of Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed and their relationship, you saw what they sort of depicted in public, correct?
Yes.
So fair to say, do you ever have any sort of substantial conversations with either Mr. O'Keefe or Ms. Reed about their relationship?
A personal relationship? No, I did not.
Anything as far as your personal relationship with your wife, is that something that you would have shared or discussed with Mr. O'Keefe or Ms. Reed?
I'm not sure. Are you asking me if I knew something about their relationship I would share with my wife or vice versa?
No, what I'm asking is from the other side. Okay, so you didn't discuss really Mr. O'Keefe and Ms. Reed's relationship with them, correct?
Correct.
And so what I'm asking now is you didn't discuss your own relationship with your wife with Mr. O'Keefe or Ms. Reed, correct?
That is correct.
Now, with reference to what you were just shown up on the screen, that was so memorable that you testified you don't have a memory of it, correct?
The which part?
The whatever that was between two individuals play fight.
I do not recall that.
And as far as yourself, within that video, did you observe yourself appear to sort of be laughing while that was going on?
I did. I don't know if I was necessarily looking at them or the other side of the table, but yes, I did observe myself laughing.
Nothing further.
Your Honor, may we approach briefly?
Okay.
Eight.
I only have one question on recross based on Mr. Lally's second to the last area that he covered. He indicated that he asked the question, did he have any substantial conversation with Karen Reed or John O'Keefe? about the nature of their relationship on the witness stand. No, that is not true. And Mr. Lally just opened the door.
What do you expect the answer to be?
Karen Reed specifically said, quote, "I'm sorry." He said, "And you've got the grand jury," quote. Karen told him she was actually singing John's praises. "I'm sorry. I misrecorded that." It's not that she told him. He said, quote, "Karen Reed was singing John's praises about how good a parent he was, a father figure, and taking care of the kids for several years, and, being and praising him, and sacrificing his life to raise them. She is singing his praises about what a good man, which is indicative about the nature of the relationship."
What do you say, Mr. Lally?
I don't think it has anything to do with the nature of their relationship. What I was asking about was sort of the status of the relationship or any issues within that relationship, not whether or not she liked him or admired him.
Your Honor, the entire Commonwealth's case is that 5 minutes after this video was played, and 5 minutes after this event closed down, she drove to 34 Fairview and murdered him. This is absolutely...
I am going to allow this in, and then we are ending everything.
Thank you.
It's over. Shit. Enough of this.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
Mr. O'Keefe, just one more question. You testified previously at another hearing that Karen Reed, quote, was actually singing John's praises about how good of a person he was, a father figure, for taking in the kids several years ago and, being there for them and praising them and sacrificing his life to raise them, end quote. Do you remember saying that?
Yes, I do.
Is that true?
100%.
Thank you. That's all I have.
All right, Mr. Kolakakis, you are all set, sir.
Thank you.
Your next witness, Mr. Lally?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm about to call Miss Karina Kolakakis to the stand.
Okay.
This is his wife that is taking being
Maybe an
called.
hour.
And where does
They're obviously not showing her testimony, but in trial 2, they called her to the stand in the defense's case in chief, and she essentially blew up their whole theory that Karen was so drunk that whose ex-wife? Anyway, so she blew up their whole theory that Karen was so drunk that, she could have ran over Mr. O'Keefe and not known it. She said that while they were at that last bar together, she didn't even want to be there. She went because her husband asked her to, and she stayed because Karen walked in. She was like, she really enjoys Karen. She always have a good time with her. So she stayed because Karen was there. She said, if I was there for an hour, I sat that whole hour and talked with Karen only. She said she was not incoherent. She didn't seem like she barely had a drink at all. And I don't understand this whole thing that she was drunk. I didn't see that. And they really didn't have no questions for her anyway. I'm just letting y'all know. Trial 2, she did her thing. Kolakakis. I can never say her name right. Karina.
Afterwards, just home.
Now, as far as subsequent to this, at some point within the days that followed, did you have occasion to speak with some troopers or members of the state police?
Yes, I did.
And how many troopers from the state police did you talk to when you spoke?
2.
And where was that?
At my condo.
Thank you, sir. I have no further questions.
Okay, cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I guess.
You would agree with me that the Albert family is well known in the town of King.
We have a big family.
And you would agree with me that the Albert family is a powerful family in the town of Canton.
Objection.
Sustained.
As a town selectman, you have some power, do you not?
This is
I'm
Chris
one of 5
Albert.
selectmen.
And as a police detective, Kevin Albert has some power, does he not?
Objection.
Sustained.
And you also have close friends on the Canton Police Department, do you not?
Objection.
I'll allow that.
I have some.
Now, you know that Massachusetts State Police Trooper Michael Proctor is the lead investigator on this case, correct?
I know that.
One of your wife's best friends is Michael Proctor's sister, Courtney Proctor, correct?
Objection.
That's sustained. You've got another witness you can ask that of, Mr. Yannetti.
You know Courtney Proctor, correct?
Objection.
Allowed.
Yes.
And you know her to be Michael Proctor's sister, correct?
That's correct.
You attended Michael Proctor's sister's wedding, correct?
Objection. Now, may we approach?
Sure. Why don't you come on over?
They do not want you talking about the fact that these people are all connected. These people are all connected. It always reminds me of Set It Off.
Okay. What's the objection?
The objection, Your Honor, is to the relevancy of any of this. And I understand what Mr. Yannetti would like to do, as far as trying to argue that it's biased. What I don't understand is how it pertains to this witness. So what Commonwealth versus Martinez says is that you are allowed to explore bias as it pertains to the witness, not just to any other witness within the case. So any bias, even if it existed as far as Christopher Albert is concerned, has absolutely no bearing on the investigation. He's not an investigator. So his knowledge of any sort of purported bias of Trooper Proctor has no bearing through his testimony and no relevancy to his testimony whatsoever.
What do you say, Mr. Yannetti?
I disagree.
I know that, but what do you say?
Right. Well, that's my opening salvo. The evidence that I'm seeking to introduce is evidence that is relevant to Trooper Proctor's bias, his connections to the Albert family, how deep they go, all goes to his credibility. The case law is such that you can introduce extrinsic evidence on the issue of bias. It's that fundamental to a defendant's right to explore.
Right, which is in my discretion. So you've gone as far as I think I'm going to let you go, and it will still be a question by question with this witness again. So if you individualize it, then you can add more.
Well, I think I am individualizing it by talking about his specific connections with Trooper Proctor.
So if you focus on that, the Albert's wedding was 12 years ago.
Right. Your Honor,
Why
I
does
know the
she know
court
that?
has indicated that that's, or at least with regard to the evidence.
Why
I
does
would
she
argue
know
it's a
the wedding
strength.
was
It
12
talks
years
about how far back these connections go. And it wasn't just that he was at the wedding, that he was one of the invited guests. His son was actually in the wedding party, Michael Proctor. That has to be brought out before this jury, the deep ties that they have.
And that can be done with another witness. It's just not him.
But he is a witness that has personal direct knowledge of it. He was
why
there.
not him?
Why wouldn't I be able to ask him about his own knowledge?
Your Honor, if I may, what case law specifically states this witness is biased? This witness's likelihood to prevaricate based on that bias. There has been nothing about any relationship that he may or may not have with Trooper Proctor that bears on his testimony or his prevarication. If you want to ask Trooper Proctor about it, I think that is permissible.
Sir, of course he's biased. The man's body was found in his brother's front lawn. What are we talking about? Like, this is crazy to me. And why does this judge know that the wedding happened 12 years ago? Was she there too? I have more questions.
As far as asking this witness or any other witnesses, frankly, about whatever their relationship is with Trooper Proctor is simply not appropriate. It's not allowed by the case law. You can't ask other witnesses about some other witness's bias.
Is there any statement to Proctor suggesting he only made that statement because of a friendship with Proctor? That would be how you get it in.
If I may just have a moment.
Yes. Jurors, feel free to stand up and stretch if you'd like.
Okay. Thank you for your patience. On direct examination, this witness testified a couple of things that he has never testified to before that I'm going to impeach him with. One is that he left the bar at 12:05 to 12:10.
Are you saying he got home at 12:10 or 12:05?
Even worse, because the video shows he didn't leave the bar until 12:13. And then tied in with that is the fact that he now claims that his son, Colin, opened the bedroom door and that it's after he got up there.
10 minutes after?
Exactly. And he has testified under oath previously that he doesn't know when Colin got home and he just heard it from his wife.
Okay.
It is precisely because of his relationships with and his family's relationships with the Proctor family, I would argue, that Trooper Proctor did not press him like he would any other witness. This was
the other thing I want to tell you guys. They just mentioned his son, Colin. Colin was named as a potential suspect by the defense team. And they say that he was never really fully investigated. Something about like scars, scratches, cuts, whatever, bruises on his hands, and that John's injuries looked as if he were in a fight. And so they really honed in on that a lot in this first trial. In the second trial, she wouldn't even allow them to bring up Colin as a potential suspect.
treated as a very informal meeting. He didn't ask a lot of questions about who got home when. He never included Colin in his police report.
Okay. So the Commonwealth's objection is sustained. You have to move on, including on the wedding 12 years ago. You can cross-examine him on those 2 points that you made that you just said.
Yes, of course.
And if that opens the door, you think, in some way, you can come back. Okay?
Come back to Sidebar? Girl.
I believe you testified, sir, that you've known Michael Proctor's sister for about 20 years.
Objection.
I don't think he said that, but we'll let that stand and then move on, please.
About 20 years. You testified.
Or if that's.
I believe, didn't you testify to that on direct examination just moments ago when Mr. Lally was asking you questions?
Objection, Your Honor.
What's the
Next question, Mr. Unity. Objection sustained.
How long have you known Michael Proctor for?
I mean, I know he's Courtney's sister, brother. I couldn't tell you exactly how long I've known him for.
About 15 years or so?
Roughly.
All right. Who is Kenneth Berkowitz?
The former Canton police chief.
And how do you know him?
His son and my son, the same age. So they played on some sports teams when they were younger together. I think that's when I first came to know
That's the
Ken.
police.
You became friendly with him.
I became friendly with him, sure.
And how would you characterize your relationship with him?
Friends?
You've seen him socially.
Really.
You've been out for drinks with him.
I think maybe once.
And you've known him for how long?
20 plus years.
And you say you've only been out with him for drinks one time in those 20 years?
I can't even remember if it was with drinks one time. Yeah, no.
What other types of activities have you done together?
I can't think of any. I think he came to an event that I held one time. That's about it.
Have you been out with him in a group setting?
That event that I just mentioned, yeah.
And what event was that?
It was my campaign event when I was running for select board.
He was one of your supporters.
He came by.
Did he donate money to
came
your
by.
campaign?
I think he did.
He came by and donated.
May we approach, Judge?
Yes.
Yes, let's approach. Number 10.
I have a photo that I'd like to display, actually introduce,
Yes.
and then display to the jury of the two of them together,
Let us see.
smiling for the camera.
Is there an objection?
No. Thank you.
They was all lying. Come on, show us this picture.
Sir, I'm going to display a photograph with the court's permission on the screen, and I'd ask you to take a look at it, and if you can let the jury
Do you
know.
have a hard copy of it?
Yes, we do have a hard copy.
So why don't you show it to the witness and
Happy
put
to
it
do
in
that.
evidence?
Thank you, Ron.
And we'll take that into evidence and then.
That makes sense. May I post this?
Yes.
Okay, sir, I've handed you a photograph. Do you recognize what that depicts?
Yes.
What does it depict?
Me and Kenny Berkowitz.
And is that a fair and accurate representation of you and Kenny Berkowitz?
You mean is the picture us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I would offer that, Your Honor.
Okay.
There you go.
At this one event.
Oh, wait.
55.
I'm about to show you something that makes me furious every time I see it. This is a real tax return from someone making $284,000.
So, Mr. Albert, that's obviously you on the right and Kenny Berkowitz on the left.
Correct.
Have you seen that photo before?
I believe I've seen it.
Do you recall when?
I believe that's my fundraiser for when I was running for the select board, that event that I spoke of earlier.
Okay. And when would it have been that you saw that photograph?
I'm not sure. I don't know if it was on my Facebook page when I was running for select board. It looks familiar.
Has Mr. Lally shown you that photograph?
No.
Has he informed you that the defense would be introducing that photograph during this trial?
Nope.
Yes, he did.
You would agree with me that one of your functions as a selectman is to oversee public safety in the town?
Yes.
And you would agree that the police department is a key component of public safety in the town of Canton?
Yes.
So part of your duties as a town selectman is to oversee the Canton Police Department, correct?
Objection, Your Honor.
I'll let him have it. Is that one of your duties, sir?
I believe so. I'm new at that. I'm recently elected, so I'm just going through it. But yeah, I believe so.
Now, you would agree with me that your family has a police background, sir, correct?
I wouldn't agree with that statement.
Two of your brothers are or were police officers, correct?
Out of 7 of us, yes.
And you knew friends of your brothers who were also police officers or in law enforcement, correct?
Correct.
And you had already testified that you know some members of the Canton Police Department, correct?
Correct.
And you socialized with police officers, did you not?
Have I? Sure.
You've been to bars with police officers, correct?
Correct.
And you've drank with police officers, right?
Sure.
And we were friendly with police officers, correct?
Yes.
And with regard to, I'd like to ask you some questions about people specifically connected to this case. We've established that Lieutenant Lank has been a friend of yours for years, correct?
Yes.
We've established that you know former police chief Kenneth Berkowitz in such a way that you feel comfortable calling him before this jury Kenny Berkowitz, correct?
I know Kenny, yep.
And he's actually donated to your campaign when you were running for town selectman, correct?
Correct.
And You also knew Michael Proctor prior to January 29th of 2022, correct?
Correct.
You've attended social events together with him, have you not?
Objection.
I'll let that one question.
Couple.
First it was just one.
So
Now it's a couple.
at some point, Michael Proctor came to question you, did he not?
Along with another trooper, correct.
And at the point in time when Michael Proctor came to question you, you knew who he was, correct?
Yes.
You knew him by face, correct?
Correct.
And you knew him by name, correct?
Correct.
There was no need for Michael Proctor to formally introduce himself to you, was there?
Objection.
Sustained.
What did he say when he first walked in the door in terms of introductions?
Objection.
Sustained.
There would be seen a sidebar.
Uh-oh. Sidebar. We're up to 11.
I guess I'd like to hear the basis of the objection or the court's ruling, because I don't understand why this isn't
The objection?
hearsay. It's not hearsay. I'm not offering it for the truth of the matter, which is that they needed to be formally introduced. I'm offering to show that that is not true. So, it is an interview that he had with the lead investigator on this case, where the lead investigator characterized it as they had to formally introduce each other, before they spoke. I'm just impeaching that.
You're impeaching the trooper who didn't even write the report that you're referencing, the civilian witnesses. Is that what you're doing?
I'm impeaching the investigation here and the attempt to cover up the nature of the relationships. Part of the handicap is the Commonwealth hasn't called Trooper Proctor yet.
So you can do it after they call Proctor.
Which would mean I would have to recall several witnesses.
We'll see. But I'm not letting it in at this point for the reason I just stated. Okay? So they haven't called him yet.
But I'm not allowed to ask what he told the state police or what the state police told him.
What do you expect the answer to be? What Proctor said to him?
I don't know what the answer is going to be. I mean, it could.
The Commonwealth's objection is sustained.
Get tax expertise without hidden fees. Switch to a TurboTax expert from $150. All tax situations, all returns. $150 all in, no surprises. Now this is taxes.
Imagine making $453,000 in a single month as an affiliate marketer without relying on...
Good Lord.
Without getting into the precise wording, you'd agree with me that there was no need for Michael Proctor to formally introduce himself to you for that meeting, correct?
Yes.
He didn't need to say, "How do you do? I am Michael Proctor," correct?
No.
No. Do you consider the Proctors to be the Albert II family?
Objection.
Do you consider that?
No.
You are aware that there are members of the Proctors family who have posted publicly that the Alberts are their second family, correct?
So the objection is sustained, and I'm striking that question. Disregard.
Now, at the time that Trooper Michael Proctor showed up to question you, sir, you knew that Karen Reed had been charged in this case, correct?
Yes.
And you knew that John O'Keefe had been found dead on your brother's lawn, correct?
Correct.
Did it occur to you that it was odd that the state police sent somebody from the Proctor family to interview you
Objection, Your Honor.
on February 10th of 2022?
Sustained.
All right. Now, you've testified that on January 28th of 2022, that day, that Friday that you were working, John O'Keefe stopped into D&E Pizza, your shop, correct?
Correct.
And there was discussion about whether you would be going out that night, and if so, where you would be, correct?
Correct.
Now, you've previously, on direct examination, characterized your relationship with him as being friends, correct?
Correct.
It's fair to say, however, that prior to January 28th of 2022, you had never exchanged personal information with John O'Keefe, correct?
You mean, I'm sorry, you mean like phone numbers or but?
The cell number prior to that day?
No, I didn't.
And at that point in time, he had lived in your neighborhood for 4 to 5 years, correct?
Correct.
And at 9:45 p.m., you texted John O'Keefe while you were at the waterfall, correct?
Correct.
Would you agree with me that the language of your text was, quote, "Get over here or I'll fuck up your lawn," end quote?
That was one of the texts.
I'm sorry, I don't think I lost your quote.
Go, that's fine.
Thank you. I've placed a document before you, sir. Take a look at that and tell the jury whether or not you recognize it.
Yeah, I recognize it.
What is it?
It's a text message, 2 text messages.
Okay. And who are the participants in that text message exchange?
Me and John.
And what is it that you said and at what time?
So the first one.
Okay. Come on over.
So, Your Honor, the entirety of the text communication between Mr. O'Keefe and Mr. Albert is already in evidence. It's in Exhibit 48, pages 7 through 12. So I don't know why we are putting in separately just one portion of that text communication when the entire communication from that day is already in.
Okay, so we don't need to put it in, but does your IT person have it all queued up?
He has it, yes. He has that queued up.
We don't have electronic versions for any of the stuff that you sent. So it's hard to coordinate and know exactly what's been.
That's fine. So we'll mark this piece of paper for identification, please. So I have to give my digital evidence instruction that I gave the other day.
That's fine.
Before it comes in. So just preface it so the jurors know when. We don't need specifically this piece of paper.
Yes. We don't. That's all I want to publish.
All right, so just let them, just so that they know that they have it. Just like you all were doing with the different.
Exhibit 48, yes.
Miss Little, do you have the exact, oh, you said the exact exhibit.
It's on the table right over there.
All right, so just say the exhibit and where this is and publish it. Just let me give that quick instruction.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As I did yesterday. So before you consider any electronic communication in your deliberations, you must first find that it's more likely true than not true that the person who either authored or sent or created or transmitted the communication was in fact John O'Keefe and this witness, Chris Albert. If you do not find that it's more likely true than not that John O'Keefe sent one or that this witness was the person who sent the message or transmitted it, then you may not consider it in deciding this case. So you have clarification a bit, Mr. Yannetti, at this point?
I do, yes. And just for the record and for the juror's edification, this is part of Exhibit 48, which is already in evidence. But I would ask that this particular exchange be posted on the screen with the court's permission.
Sure.
He getting nervous.
Okay. And
this company is going viral for its new process that gives you permanent teeth in just 24 hours. If you're
So you'd agree that when you say it was two text messages, they're both with regard to the same subject, correct?
What do you mean? I don't follow you.
It says get over here, right? And then the second is a continuation of that. If not, I'm going to fuck up your lawn, correct?
So you mean that's to tell him to come over to the waterfall?
Right.
Okay, I just didn't understand what you meant.
That's fine. So you're telling John O'Keefe this, correct?
Yeah, I'm telling him to come over and meet us.
All right. And that little emoji, that face emoji after, if not, I'm going to fuck up your lawn, that's...
Yeah, it's a laughing face.
Right, so you're...
It's a joke.
Saying you're cracking up.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Apologize.
Okay, well, we can take that down. Now, would you agree with me that of the group that you had met out, that you were the last person to leave the waterfall on January 29th of 2022?
I believe so.
Now, you you testified on direct examination today, I believe, that you thought you got home between 12:05 and 12:10 a.m. on January 29th, correct?
It's what I remember.
If I suggested to you that you didn't even leave the bar until 12:13 a.m., would you quarrel with that?
Would I quarrel with it?
Yes.
No, I guess not. I mean...
All right. And is your memory exhausted as to the precise time that you left the bar?
Is it exhausted?
Right. In other words, do you not remember the precise time that you left the bar that early morning?
It's over 2 years ago. I don't know the precise time.
Right.
That's why I said between 12:05 and 12:10.
That answers my question. Thank you. Could we have Exhibit 50? Well, with the court's permission, can I publish Exhibit 53? It's a short clip from the waterfall. Sure.
Chris, what time did you leave?
If we could pause it for a second, please. Ms. Robert, you would agree with me this was clearly the end of the night?
Sure.
The lights are all on at this point?
Yes.
The bar appears to have largely emptied out?
Yes.
Okay, continue, please.
He just in there still drinking.
Do you know who that person is who's leaving the bar at this point at 12:13 and 43 a.m.?
Christina, it might be better without that spotlight.
Okay.
See it now?
Yeah. I believe it's me.
Continue, please. Okay. You can take that off the screen. So, having now viewed that video with the timestamp of 12:13 and about 43 seconds or so, does that refresh your memory as to when you left the waterfall?
Yes.
That would mean it would have been impossible for you to get home to Maple Street by 12:05 or 12:10, correct?
Correct.
Now, it was about maybe a 7-minute walk home. Would you agree with me?
From Waterfall to Maple? No, I said 7 minutes from D&E to Waterfall. Waterfall to Maple is probably less than 5 minutes.
So it's your testimony that D&E is closer to the waterfall than the waterfall is to Maple Street?
D&E's farther away from Waterfall than farther away from where I live than Waterfall is.
I understand.
Oh, I don't follow you. I'm sorry.
I'll try to clarify. I don't mean to be confusing here.
It's fine.
I'm not asking about the distance between D&E and your home. I'm trying to compare, or ask you to compare, the distance between D&E and the waterfall, and then the waterfall and your home. Do you see the difference?
I think so.
Would you agree with me that your home is farther from the waterfall than D&E Pizza is from the waterfall?
I don't follow you. I'm sorry.
Okay. So let's take it step by step. D&E Pizza to the waterfall. Are they on the same street?
Yes.
How many establishments, if you know, are between D&E Pizza and the waterfall?
Just a few.
Okay, so it's a very short walk from
Yes.
D&E Pizza to the waterfall,
Yes.
correct?
It's his pizza
Your home
shop.
on Maple Street is not on the same street as the waterfall, correct?
It's off of the same street.
But it's not on the same street.
No.
And your home on Maple Street is farther from the waterfall than D&E Pizza is to the waterfall. Is it
Correct.
not?
Correct.
Okay.
I didn't understand it earlier.
No, I know, and I'm trying to work through this because, I'm not trying to trick you here. I just want to get the answer. So you would agree with me that it would take you longer to walk home from the waterfall than it would take you to walk to the waterfall from D&E Pizza?
Correct.
All right. And I believe you said that one walk was 7 minutes and one walk was maybe less than 5 minutes, correct?
Yes.
All right. The 7-minute walk would have been the walk home as opposed to the walk to the waterfall, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you have agreed that you left the bar at 12:13, almost 12:14, according to the video, and it would have taken you about 7 minutes to walk home, correct?
Not exactly sure how. I think.
Can I see Counselor Sidebar for just a second, please?
Sidebar. Do y'all know what number we're on?
No product, no audience, no tech skills. That's how we're starting on February 23rd. We're going live 4 days.
So you started out with the 7 minutes. What he testified to was it was 7 minutes from D&E home.
No, I know. And then he agreed with that. He said that it was 7 minutes from.
When you said 7 minutes, that's how long it takes him to get home at night. And that's why.
Oh, so he was confused about what I was.
And you were confused.
Okay. I thought we were on the same page at that point.
No, he's already testified it took me 5 minutes to get home.
Okay. All right.
I'm just afraid that now everything that we've heard.
That's fair enough, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
And that's why he didn't give it to you just then.
I understand. Thank you for the help.
Okay.
Why is she doing
Just
that?
on an issue that came up earlier, Your Honor, I know it's been excluded as of now. We've shown this previously. This was Michael Proctor's mother making that comment. And Chris Albert is the one that is publishing it in October of 2019. So he's essentially publishing the photo and she's friends with him and has commented on it. So he clearly would have seen it.
All right. So the ruling stands, but I'll mark this for identification.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been pointed out to me that I think we're not making the connection here, and I think it might be my fault. With regard to the timing of how long it took you to go home, I believe your best estimate is about 5 minutes? Is that your testimony? And when I say home, I'm not talking about from D&E Pizza. I'm talking about that early morning when you're at the waterfall.
I understand. Yeah. I'd say around 5 minutes, I think, from the waterfall to Maple Street.
Fair enough. So now, if you're leaving the bar like close to 12:14, as indicated on the video, you're getting home somewhere around 12:19, 12:20, correct?
Roughly, yeah.
And what were you wearing that night? Good afternoon, Ms. Albert.
Good afternoon.
You and I have never met, correct?
Correct.
I just wanted to pick up on a question and an answer that Mr. Lally asked you and that you responded to. He had just asked you whether or not a few days later you spoke with a couple of state troopers. Do you recall that question?
Yes.
And your answer was yes?
Yes.
You would agree with me that it was more than just a few days later, correct?
I don't
It was February 10th of 2022 that two state troopers came to speak with you and your husband, Chris, correct?
Correct.
And so we're talking about 13 days later, almost 2 weeks later, correct?
If that was the date, yes, correct.
Prior to February 10th, no investigator from this case bothered to talk to you or your husband, correct?
Correct.
Now, in terms of the two investigators who did come, you knew one of them quite well, did you not?
I knew them. I wouldn't say quite well, but I knew them.
Okay, and when you say you knew them?
Him. I'm sorry, him.
Okay. And who was it that you knew?
Michael Proctor.
Michael Proctor was the brother of one of your close friends, correct?
Correct.
You're close friends with Courtney Proctor, correct?
I am.
And by the way, your maiden name is Daniels, correct?
Yes, it is.
And you have a sister, Jill Daniels, correct?
Yes, I do.
And you would agree that Jill Daniels is also lifelong best friends with Courtney Proctor, correct?
Yes, she is.
And in terms of your relationship with Courtney Proctor, you socialize with her, do you not?
Objection.
Do you?
Occasionally, yes.
Go out for drinks with her, correct?
Yes.
You've attended parties with her, correct?
Yes.
You've also provided childcare for her children, correct?
Yes.
Objection.
They left the
Strike.
kids for her.
All right, I'll see you at sidebar on this, Mr. Day. Everybody.
What is the objection?
The same objection as with the last witness, Your Honor.
All right, she has a little more of a connection than her husband. What do you intend to do with this?
I mean, it's not only relevant and material. In my view, it's absolutely crucial evidence. I'm trying to attack the integrity of this investigation, the things that the police did not do to prevent the conflict of interest.
They don't want you.
It goes directly to our Bowden defense. This is...
So what is it that the police didn't do here? I agree with you. You can go to that, but when I gave you the opportunity the last time, you really didn't go back to that. So what do you want to do about what they didn't do?
They didn't do nothing.
Well, I want to explore just how tied in this family is with the Proctors, and then point out that not only did they not point it out to any investigator, but Proctor never pointed it out either. They kept this relationship a secret when there was a clear conflict of interest.
It's a secret.
The only way I can make that argument is if I lay a foundation through this witness as to the extent of their relationship.
So what else do you intend to ask? I'm not sure you can make a foundation through this witness, the sister of an investigator.
You know, again, they haven't called Proctor yet. He will be called either by the Commonwealth or the defense. I don't want to be in a situation where Proctor can just disavow everything.
Well, if he does, then you can call the people back. Just so it's clear, if Proctor does disavow, totally disavow, you can call the people back, assuming that it's not too collateral and you can build a foundation. We still have a long way to go in testimony.
Right, I understand. And I hope that becomes moot because the court is going to allow it now. You had asked me...
That's pretty bold, Mr. Yannetti.
You had asked me, what do I intend to get in? This particular examination is leading up to the fact that we have evidence that this witness is calling Courtney Proctor, who is...
And I get all of that.
Who is calling Michael Proctor, who is calling Courtney Proctor back, who is calling...
I know where you are going up when you brought up the child care.
Not just child care.
All of that.
Not just that.
What else do you have?
It's specifically on relevant days to my client's case on February 1st before she is arrested, when she's arrested. February 2nd, when she's arraigned. Courtney Proctor is operating as a go-between between Michael Proctor and this witness. I need to be able to get into that. We have the records.
What was the question specifically that you just asked? I thought it was too far afield.
I asked about the fact that the relationship is so close that she provides childcare for Courtney Proctor's children. From there, we get into, the relationship between Michael Proctor, Courtney Proctor, Elizabeth Proctor, and how long they go back. I believe I should be able to get into evidence the fact that she was at, Courtney Proctor's wedding. In fact, the Proctor's son was in that wedding. I don't understand why that is all not relevant and material. I am trying to establish the relationship between them, which then gives context to...
You have to keep it neater. You're going too far afield with it. So we will do it on a question and answer.
I don't even know what that means. Everybody has lights left. We're almost done. We're almost done. Just a few more minutes left.
So, Ms. Albert, you provided child care for Courtney Proctor's children?
Objection.
You need a time frame, Mr.
Have you ever provided child care for Courtney Proctor's children?
Objection.
So you need a time frame.
Why?
Before January of 2022, did you provide child care for Courtney Proctor's children?
Yes.
When?
$2019.
Just that 1 year?
Yeah, it was pre-COVID. And then when COVID happened and everything shut down, I wasn't helping her any longer. Okay. And then occasionally after, I would help just on an as-needed basis.
Okay.
After COVID.
And during that year of 2019, how often did you watch her children?
2 days a week.
And she had a boy and a girl?
Correct.
What were their names?
Jack and Caroline.
And Jack and Caroline were Trooper Proctor's niece and nephew, correct?
Yes.
The Proctor family entrusted you with the care of their children, correct?
Objection.
It's sustained as asked.
You know that Michael Proctor is a state trooper, correct?
Yes.
You knew that he also was from Canton?
Yes.
You knew his wife, Elizabeth Proctor?
Yes.
And you were also aware that Courtney Proctor had recommended you to also watch Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor's children, correct?
Objection. Move to strike.
That objection sustained.
But you go back a long way with Courtney Proctor, correct?
Correct.
In fact, you were certainly at her wedding, correct?
Objection.
Sustained.
Why?
Your son was a ring bearer at that wedding.
Objection.
All right, so we'll sustain that through this witness.
You've spent time at Michael Proctor's childhood home, have you not?
Yes.
You've been to the pool at the Proctor's house, correct?
Yes.
After school, I take a dip in the pool.
May we approach?
Sure.
Sidebar, we up to 15.
Again, in the context of establishing the relationship, that's the Proctor's home. That is Michael Proctor's father, Michael Proctor's mother, Courtney Proctor, Christopher Albert, Colin Albert, and Courtney Proctor's husband.
All these people.
What does the Commonwealth say about this?
The Commonwealth would object for a number of reasons. Number one, I don't see this witness in there. 2, there is no date or time. Number 3.
Okay, too many people are talking at once. So on authentication grounds, the fact that the witness isn't here, what else?
Hearsay as far as anything that's posted on the bottom. I just don't see how that's material.
It's authenticated because she's going to say that is a fair and accurate representation of the house. And she's going to say that's a fair and accurate representation of my husband, my best friend, Courtney Proctor, her husband. That's my son, and those are the Proctors. That's the authentication right there.
Okay. So we are going to mark this for identification. Okay. The objection is sustained. This is not coming in. It will be kept for identification. That's my ruling, Mr. Yannetti. We've got about 10 minutes. You won't finish with her, right?
No.
Okay. So let's go from there for about
We'll
10
let
minutes.
the evidence in, and the objection is sustained. Because they don't want everybody to know about these clips. They don't want you to know they dirty.
How many times have you been to the Proctor's pool?
I'd say maybe a dozen.
And you've certainly taken your children there as well?
Yes.
Colin has been to the Proctor's pool?
Yes.
And you've seen Michael Proctor's mother and father at that pool, correct?
Yes.
You've seen Courtney Proctor and her husband at that pool, correct?
Yes.
You are very close with Courtney Proctor, correct?
How would you define very?
I guess I'd ask you to define very close. Do you deny that you were very close with Courtney Proctor?
No.
Objection, Your Honor.
No, go ahead. Next question. You got your answer.
I didn't hear the answer.
Go ahead, repeat that.
Do you deny that you were very close with Courtney Proctor?
No.
Okay. You talk regularly, correct?
Yes.
Text each other, correct?
Yes.
You also talk by phone.
Very rarely.
Is it fair to? Did you say very rarely you talk
Phone.
to Courtney Proctor by
Usually it's text.
But do you stand by that testimony that you talk to Courtney Proctor very rarely by phone?
Do we have a time frame?
Why are you cutting
Do you
her
mean
off?
now, or do you mean then?
Let me ask you this. Between February 1st of 2022 and September 6th of 2022, did you only speak rarely with Courtney Proctor?
I don't recall.
I don't.
Were you using Courtney Proctor as an intermediary to communicate with Michael Proctor about this case?
Objection.
I'll allow it.
No, I was not.
Are you aware that between February 1st of 2022 and September 6th of 2022, you and Courtney Proctor spoke by phone 67 times?
Objection.
Were you aware of that?
No, I don't know the exact count.
Do you deny that you spoke 67 times?
I don't deny it, but I don't recall the exact amount of times.
Okay, so you don't deny that you spoke 67 times. Do you still want to maintain your testimony that you only talked very rarely with Courtney Proctor during that time period?
I just don't remember the exact amount of times.
Whoa.
What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, maybe just...
This is bad.
Well, you know that my client, Karen Reed, was arrested in connection with this case on February 1st of 2022, do you not?
I do.
You spoke to Courtney Proctor that date for 12 minutes by phone, correct?
I don't recall exactly. I don't remember exactly.
May I approach?
Sure.
Before I approach, your memory's exhausted as to whether you spoke to Courtney Proctor that day, and if so, how long the two of you spoke?
Yes.
Yeah, my memory is exhausted. I don't want to talk about this no more. Y'all backing me in the corner.
I mean, I'm showing you a document with a number of...
Just show it to me.
Right, no, I just wanted to point out which one that I'm pointing out. So the third, I was thinking a number of lines. The third line down, if you would take a look at that specific date and time and see if that refreshes your memory about whether and how long you spoke to Courtney Proctor on February 1st of 2022.
Can you see that, or do you need glasses?
No, I can see it.
I do have a pair of readers that I need as well, if you need to borrow them.
Yes, if I could.
Of course.
Thank you. I left mine downstairs.
I just got these, and it's like...
Mr. Yannetti, just bring them up, please.
It took me a while to figure them out, but anyway.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's the third line down.
Third line down. Yes, I see it. I don't recall this.
Okay.
I don't
a long
recall.
time ago. Thank you.
Standard answer.
You say that having seen this record, it does not refresh your memory that you spoke to Courtney Proctor for.
Don't. It does not refresh your memory. That's where you have to read.
Did
What the hell was they talking about?
Did Courtney Proctor tell you the day of my client's arrest on February 1st that she had been discussing the case with her brother that day?
Objection.
Sustained.
Did you speak to Courtney Proctor that day in any fashion?
What day exactly?
The day of my client's arrest on February 1st of 2022.
That was on the sheet you just gave me?
It was.
Well, I did, obviously, if it was on that sheet.
Okay. And when you talked to her, did she tell you that she had discussed the case with her
Right,
brother?
Lorenzo.
Objection.
Sustained.
Were you notified that Karen was going to be arrested?
Objection.
Sustained.
What did you discuss?
I don't recall.
I don't
The next day, February 2nd of 2022, was the day that my client was arraigned back in Stoughton District Court. Do you recall that?
Yes, I do.
You spoke to Courtney Proctor 3 times that day before my client's publicly televised arraignment at 9 a.m. Did you not?
Again, I don't remember.
After the arraignment, you spoke to her again for 27 minutes, beginning at 10:58 a.m. Did you not?
I don't recall.
I don't recall.
So your testimony is, well, strike that. My client's arrest was pretty big news in Massachusetts, wasn't it?
Objection.
Sustained.
You were aware that my client had been arrested, correct?
Yes, I had seen it on the news.
You were aware that she was being arraigned the very next day, were you not?
Yes.
This case involved your family, did it not?
How do you mean it?
Well, you knew that John O'Keefe was found dead on your brother-in-law, Brian Albert's lawn, correct?
Correct.
So necessarily, your family was involved in this case, correct?
Somewhat, yes.
And you knew that ultimately you'd probably be talked to by investigators from this case, correct?
I assume so, yes.
Right. Didn't happen for 13 days, but ultimately they did come, correct?
Yes.
All right. So this case had to have been pretty big news within the Albert family, was it not?
Well, yes. Yes.
You were discussing it with your husband, correct?
Yes.
You were discussing it with your other relatives, correct?
Yes.
You were discussing it with your friends, correct?
I don't know about my friends, but
Okay.
yeah.
So is it your testimony
Courtney was your
that
friend?
with all of this going on, you confined your discussions about this case just to your specific family members?
Not necessarily.
No. I mean, clearly, you would have talked to Courtney Proctor about this, correct?
Objection.
Clearly.
Sustained. So, folks, why don't we end here? All right. Ms. Albert, you'll have to be back tomorrow for your glasses. And Joe's, there are 3 cautions. Please do not discuss this case with anyone. Don't do any.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Listen, y'all see where all of this is going, but we're going to keep going with it. Thank you guys so much for taking this time out on this beautiful Valentine's Day. I wish you love and happiness, peace and joy today. Whatever you do, do it big. Have an amazing day today. I'm going to have an amazing day. I'm going to see New Edition with my kiddos. So I will see you guys. Oh, y'all see new merch? Check out the new merch. So if you need to get your courtroom tea, we got it served piping hot right here. And your Me the Jury mugs coming soon. Listen, I want to thank y'all again for spending this time with me. And remember, the world has never met another you. Go out and be great in it. Y'all have an amazing day. We will be back here next Saturday where the trial sidebars will be continued. Y'all have a great day. If y'all have any questions, always DM me if y'all want to know more about other cases, or if you have a case that you'd like for me to cover, please do not hesitate to inbox me and let me know what it is. Have an amazing day out there today.